All right, welcome back to another movie review with myself and Danny.
So,
This time we've gone ahead and watched Sausage Party, which was not as quite hyped up as all the other movies that we've seen in the past, especially Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad previously, and now we just decided to kick back and watch Sausage Party. And overall, it's a Seth Rogen movie for me. It's nothing really much to expect, especially from watching the very first trailer. I mean, that definitely caught me off guard with all the chopping and stuff like that. It was like, oh!
Yeah.
it was
pretty brutal.
It was pretty violent for
Yeah.
food.
You know.
He was like, oh, Jesus God, like, especially
Yeah.
the potato being peeled and shit.
Yeah, they can do that because it's food.
It's food,
it's a cartoon and it's all food.
Yeah.
So no actual humans were harmed in the movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but we'll get more into that. But anyways, well, it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
But the movie itself is, like I said, it's a Seth Rogen movie. It's it had some funny moments for me anyway, and the humor is nothing really much more to expect. I especially like, I don't know. I feel like previous like other Seth Rogen movies were better. Especially like Knocked Up or Pineapple Express. This one is okay. It wasn't as hyped up as The Interview, so I felt like this wasn't like a huge disappointment by any means. Like the Interview was way more hyped up because it had more because it had Kim Jong Un, quote unquote.
Yeah, all the controversy
around it,
with North Korea, and if you air this film, we're gonna bomb you, whatever.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. That movie was hyped up, definitely way more. But this one, yeah, because of the subtle nature of this movie, sort of. Again, it's nothing really much to expect. I thought all the voicing and stuff like that was pretty well done for what it is. It's an entertaining movie. It's a popcorn movie. Just kind of sit down for one night, turn on the TV and watch it. Rent it. It's probably a good rental for a Redbox or something, or Netflix if it ever goes on there. What else? The choice of soundtrack was pretty interesting, I guess.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, really.
Well, it's good. It has some good music, but
Yeah.
very interesting. You had like some '80s and like some today music and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. It's very, very out there with the humor as well, and a lot of sexual innuendos, of course, especially with the hot dog and the bun.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, especially the way they designed the bun.
Yeah.
Brenda was her name? You remember her name?
I honestly, I don't even remember that well. I think Brenda.
Brenda?
I think
it was Brenda or something like that.
I know.
It was Frank.
Frank, yeah, Wiener.
Is the main wiener.
Yeah.
Frank.
Wiener.
Yeah,
Frank.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah. And then I guess all the characters were all like whatever to me. I didn't really like love them, but at the same time they're just kind of like nothing to really like shit on them or anything like that. It's just they're all kind of humorous in their own ways, and like I don't know. For me overall, there's not really too much to say other than it's a pretty entertaining movie, and I don't know. I think it's worth one watch. Maybe more towards like as a Redbox or Netflix, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a completely horrible experience in the theater, but
No, I'm like, if you're in a mood for like one night, you're out with your friends, be like, oh, let's go watch a funny movie, and you want to see Sausage Party, go ahead. You're gonna have some laughs. It's not completely stupid. Like, yeah, it's dumb. Talking food and stuff. It's pretty much like Toy Story meets South Park. That's how I think. It's very crude humor.
Yeah.
The animation is pretty well done, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's your typical Seth Rogen R-rated comedy with like cussing throughout and sexual stuff that they say. And this is very ridiculous concept, but they managed to pull it off pretty well. In my opinion, and it was pretty entertaining. It was funny, like you said. of course, I wouldn't want to see this again in theaters. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I would definitely, if I'm in a mood for like a good comedy at one night, I would Redbox it.
Yeah.
Rent it for one night.
It's a good red box or
Yeah.
Netflix movie.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much Seth Rogen. If you like Superbad, Knocked Up, Pineapple Express, 40-Year-Old Virgin, all those movies, you're gonna have a good time with this one. It has all his typical actors that he usually works with, like Michael Cera, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, of course Jonah Hill's in it.
Jonah Hill.
Kristen Wiig, and this one is Salma Hayek as the taco. Of course. Mexican taco.
Yeah, Mexican taco.
Yeah, but they all did pretty well. The voice acting was pretty well done.
For what it is.
Yeah, for what it is. The characters were surprisingly pretty entertaining. Not as memorable because I don't remember all their names.
Yeah.
Then again, we did see this on Friday night when it came out.
Yeah.
And today's Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So by then I kind of forgot some of the names. I just know Frank and Brenda, I think, is his girlfriend's name. But go ahead, watch it. If you're down for a comedy one night.
Yeah. There's some ridiculous moments.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially the end.
Oh yeah, the end, which is
we'll say that later.
well yeah. Surprisingly, there are some spoilers in this movie that we're about to go in now. So how do we start this off? So first off, like, okay. So let's kind of explain the plot a little bit. So like, obviously, there's food and in the supermarket, and they all want to be chosen by the gods, which is humans in the movie. And whenever they get chosen, they believe that they are taken to the great beyond, or the great whatever, like what was it called? Was it the Great Beyond?
Yeah, it was called the Great Beyond. Like, they thought like it was gonna be like a better. It's gonna be better for them.
Yeah.
Instead of being always stuck in the supermarket.
Yeah.
They're always so happy every morning. They sing all these
they
songs.
sing, yeah.
It's like a Disney movie. But it's like making fun of those kinds of songs.
Yeah,
like,
those movies. Yeah.
Like in Frozen, like pretty much in any Disney movie.
Musical, like
all these like racial stuff that they say like about like Hitler and like all these like crude humors about Jews. And, like it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I like the opening scene with the singing.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, and of course there's a lot of like quote unquote racial humor in the film. Yeah. Like they portray like certain like people as certain foods.
Yeah.
So like the Jew was like was it a bagel or a donut?
He's a bagel.
A bagel. Okay.
Voiced by Edward Norton. Surprisingly.
Oh yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. And
what the hell?
Yeah, and then we even had what was that? What was that like that? The other like Middle Eastern.
The Middle Eastern guy. That's the falafel.
Was it falafel?
I think so, or naan bread, something like that. It was one of those tortilla wraps.
Yeah, it was like a
wrap thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a. You find it in a Mediterranean or like some kind of like Middle Eastern sandwich place or something.
Yeah.
It's like you find it on the sandwich wrap or something.
Yeah, like a shawarma wrap or something.
Yeah, something like that. And then like of course you had the Asian side, and then the Mexican side.
Mexican with the tequila and stuff.
Yeah, tequila, the taco,
beans,
like nachos and stuff like that. Even. And then of course you have the American ones with like the hot dog buns and the hot dogs, sausages or wieners, so on and so forth. And of course what they believe the Great Beyond was, that they thought it was just like this like heavenly place or something like that. But one was able to come back.
He got returned.
he got returned. And he saw everything, and he saw all the food get fucked up and stuff like that, all chopped up and cooked and stuff.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite moments. When he just started freaking out and be like, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!"
It was honey mustard.
The honey mustard, yeah.
He's like, "Fuck off, man!"
Voiced by Danny McBride, voiced very well.
Yeah, very well.
Very well voice acting.
Yeah. So of course, pretty much spoiler. It's all bullshit, and then they eventually find out that it's all bullshit, and along the way, like they like have to venture through like the other aisles too, and that's how you meet all the other ethnicities and stuff like that, including the Mexican ones. And then meanwhile, Frank's friends or the other sausages, were the ones that got picked. But Frank was dropped because he was trying to save another like food or something like that.
He was trying to save the honey mustard.
Honey mustard,
And then
yeah.
and then everything fell.
Yeah, everything fell.
Yeah, they were chosen, and then Frank was in it, and Brenda.
Yeah,
and then,
Frank,
and then,
Brenda.
You know, they wanted to save Honey Mustard because freaking out. He wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah.
So they're like, no. And then, yeah, that's how they all fall off. And
Oh, and the what it's really funny. Like one of the villains in this movie of all things is a douche.
a douche. Yeah.
A little douche that cleans out the lady parts.
Yeah.
And and of course he's portrayed as a douchebag, like
Yeah.
you know, like those typical.
He's a villain, yeah.
He's
Just an asshole to everyone.
an
Like a
asshole.
douche, yeah.
Yeah, like total like party goer, that type of guy. But
Yeah.
you know, like, and also he portrays all the bad parts of the douchey people.
The way he gets is because he gets injured during the fall.
Yeah.
But and then he gets thrown in trash, I think. But the way he recovers, he finds an open grape juice, know, and he's fucking bleeding from the crotch.
Yeah, crotch. Yeah.
From the crotch, yeah, and it was bleeding out the grape juice.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I need energy, so he gets the grape juice and he just sucks it like he's
Yeah.
sucking his dick or something.
Yeah. It's
So
like
he just like
obviously-
sucks it up and just like
Yeah,
he just like all
Yeah,
powerful and shit.
he gets all strong. So
yeah, and he gets the little grape juice sticker and just puts it on his wound.
Yeah. On his injury, his
Yeah,
cut.
yeah. So I was like, whoa, all right.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty funny, but
Yeah, I didn't know how it worked. You know, like objects can actually eat other food
Yeah,
to get strong.
I guess in the movie that works.
But yeah, so of all things, a douche is a villain in this movie, and then meanwhile, we see Frank's friends get purchased, and they're taken to a house or a kitchen, and they're like, yeah, it's the great beyond, whatever, and then all of a sudden, you know, pretty much it plays the trailer where you see the potato get peeled and shit. It's like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
oh, done, and everything goes to shit. Like
Yeah.
even like one of the wieners gets like chopped in half, and
Yep.
there's a little like defected like wiener or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a shorter wiener. He managed to escape, but meanwhile he stumbled upon another house, and he was like it was like a drug addict's house.
Yeah.
Like a crackhead or
Bath salts.
Yeah, heroin addict, but he used bath salts
Yeah.
to shoot himself with, and he actually saw the food. He actually saw like the food like come to life, and
Yeah.
then he actually understood them.
Yeah.
And so basically, the only way for humans to actually interact with the food is when they're high. So
Pretty much.
high on bath salts.
Or just hallucinating, so they just see all these things, and then yeah. I mean, it works perfectly because when you're hallucinating, you see shit.
Yeah.
And then it happened to work out well here because the food are alive, but the regular people don't know it. Only, like you said, when people hallucinate on bath salts, that's when they notice the food moving around, and
Yeah.
they can communicate.
Yeah, they can actually communicate. And then so a ton of stuff happened, and then eventually Frank finds out the truth about the great beyond from the immortals, which is basically aka the non-perishables. There's like I don't know what the Indian guy was or Native American was like exactly. Like, was he? What was he?
He was a box of something.
He was like cigarette. Was it like cigarettes or something or like
something. I honestly can't remember that well.
Yeah.
It was something.
He was some kind of box.
Of something.
Yeah, and then and there was the black guy, of course, who was
a box of grits.
Grits. Yeah. He was a box of
him,
grits, and he called the other, the white food like crackers.
Crackers.
Yeah, crackers.
Crackers. Yeah.
Crackers. Yeah. Those are really funny.
Yeah.
And then there's the really like effeminate, flamboyant. What was he?
Twinkie, no?
Was it? Oh yeah, it was a Twinkie. Yeah, it was a
yeah.
Twinkie. Yeah.
Very gay, flamboyant.
Yeah, flamboyant Twinkie. So those are the non-perishables, and they tell Frank that it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit that they themselves came up with, so that the food don't fucking panic and lose their shit.
Yeah.
But they just tell him anyway because they're getting high, and they just told him. So
Yeah.
just okay, all right. And then Frank, goes out to find proof, pretty much, and finds a cookbook, which shows all the quote unquote fucked up ways to, cook food and stuff like that. And then Frank tries to tell everyone, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's bullshit. Yeah, fuck you. You're just a fucking wiener, and whatever." And then the little short wiener comes back, and unexpectedly you see he brought back a human head, which was the head of the drug addict, and that's where you start to see the violence on the humans. So there's that. So I mean, it's not gory, but you actually see a decapitated head.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's pretty violent, but not violent enough for like.
I mean, they don't show it.
Yeah. It's not blood, or it's not like blood gushing or anything.
They don't show the part when they cut his head off, but you just see the head.
You just see the head. Yeah, you just see the head. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
And you'll definitely know why once you see the movie. But anyways, so the short little wiener pretty much spills the beans, and they all eventually kind of like band together and then bow to humans. There's like they just pretty much said fuck all that.
Yeah.
Bow the humans.
Well, first they take the bath salt, they prepare it, and then they with toothpicks they shoot at all the customers in the supermarket.
Yeah.
So they all hallucinate, and then they can like see the food and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when the humans all freak out, like, oh no, they want to like kill them and shit, and that's when they start fighting.
Yeah, they pretty much killed all the humans in there. Like they stuffed them in the freezer, and then they even kill them in other ways, and like
the Coke and Mentos.
Remember Coke and Mentos. He like blew up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, they showed him blow up, but it wasn't like bloody or anything.
It wasn't bloody. It was just full of like soda and whatever. And then of course what was it? The clerk was like another villain as well.
Yeah.
He the one that opens the store. He's another villain, and then he gets like controlled by the douche.
The douche, he sticks his stick up his ass.
Yeah.
And then he just like with his hands, he just like.
Well, yeah,
he grabs his scrotum and just like steers him like that.
Yeah, he just steers him.
I don't know how that works, but all right.
And on top of that, the clerk has a gun.
A gun, that he has in his drawer.
Yeah.
So that's his gun, but he uses it against the douche uses that advantage to control the clerk, and then with the clerk's gun, he starts to shoot all the food and all the people he hates because he's a fucking douche.
Yeah, and then we forgot to mention one of the people who kind of helped explain was Gum. Remember that?
Oh,
like,
Gum, yeah.
Yeah, chewing gum. Yeah, he was like in a wheelchair. He's kind of like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
He was like that. He was. It was portraying that side of people.
Yeah.
The smart handicapped people. Yeah. And then it was one part where he got shot and he regenerated somehow. And then they actually played like a little bit of the Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought it was kind of funny. Like, oh, ha ha ha, it's kind of cool because they actually made a reference to a Terminator. And then,
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, and then eventually, in the end, the food won the battle. After blowing up the clerk and the douche at the same time with some fireworks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the ending part was really.
They got a little too happy.
They got very happy.
They defeated all the humans, and then everyone's happy, and then everything just goes to hell.
Yeah, because
I mean, in a happy
for the viewers
in a happy way, it's just like whoa, okay.
Yeah.
They just start having a literally the sausage party. That's when it happens. They have a massive orgy.
So Frank and Brenda finally have sex.
Yeah.
Have sexual intercourse, other than touching tips or whatever.
Yeah.
And then all the other foods start to just make out and just
just like out of nowhere. Like I said, they're just too happy.
Yeah, it's out of nowhere. Even the bagel and the wrap
thing. Yeah. And then the little wiener too. And everyone
just fucking each other.
Everything's just a fucking fuck fest.
It was a group sex. Yeah. Yeah. Big old groupie.
Yeah.
And that's how it kind of wrapped up. And then at the very end, they actually break the fourth wall, and they said that this is all a fucking cartoon, and now we can why did they build a portal again? Just to go to the other side.
Honestly, that ending was pretty confusing. I was not really expecting.
They're just basically like, okay, we're all a cartoon created by Seth Rogen or Rogan,
Rogan,
as they pronounce them, and then like they showed some of the voice actors and stuff like that, and the people who were behind it, and they just for whatever reason they build a portal and they plan to go through the portal and I guess visit their world and try to maybe fuck them up. I guess I don't know.
I don't know if they will go through the portal as a food or as their human person, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I thought they were gonna show something else after that, but no, it just ends.
It just ends right there.
It just ends right. They go through the portal. And that's it.
That's it.
Credits. I was like, okay, that was kind of weird, but all right.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange ending, but whatever.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I wasn't expecting a whole freaking like Lord of the Rings style ending.
Oh yeah,
just like
everything all wraps up, everything makes sense.
Yeah, it's just a cartoon movie. It's a comedy.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Very crude comedy. However it ended, sure it was kind of confusing, but in the end I wasn't expecting much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the movie. Did you want to say any more thoughts about it?
No, that's pretty much said everything. This movie, it had its moments. I personally enjoy Seth Rogen's movies. He does some pretty great comedy work, and this movie, it is his first. I think it's his first cartoon, like animation. If I'm not wrong.
he
was part of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a pretty good job on this one, along with his his usual voice acting team, his cast and everything. So I enjoyed it. I like all his super bad, 4-Year-Old Virgin, Pineapple Express, Knocked Up. I like all his movies. I'm a big fan of Seth Rogen, and this movie did not disappoint me.
Yeah, it's for what it is. It gets it done. I guess for a comedy movie, it's a Seth Rogen movie, so nothing really much to expect. It's again, it's a good rental in my opinion, and then or a Netflix movie, or if you happen to just catch it on TV one night, that's definitely probably a good time to watch it or something like that. Yeah, nothing really else to say other than it's a okay comedy movie that's crude, that's about food with crude humor and stuff like that, and a lot of sexual innuendos, and it has Seth Rogen. So I would personally give it, I don't know, it's just this kind of a weird one. It's like either a 6 or 7. I don't know, because not really much to expect, but it gets the job done, I guess, as a comedy movie. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll just go with a 6.
All right, I'll give it a 7.
You give it a 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a bad movie, in my opinion, our opinion, but just I don't know. It's a popcorn movie.
Yeah, pretty much popcorn movie. Pop it in. One night. Redbox it, whatever.
Redbox it.
If you're down to go to the movies and watch a comedy, definitely check out Sausage Party. You'll have a good time, good laughs. Don't expect much. Seth Rogen stuff, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
All right, so that's been our movie review on Sausage Party. So, if you really want to, it's definitely worth a watch in a theater, or you can definitely definitely not a bad idea to wait for it to go on Redbox, whatever. Or borrow from a friend, whoever whoever buys the Blu-ray or whatever, or DVD. So that's Sausage Party. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments about Sausage Party, leave it down below. Thank you again. We will see you guys next time. Peace.